Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of iOS and Android. Either which one of it is more good for a user, since it always has been a popular and hot topic among the youngsters. Our discussion member will be joining us for today are Amal, Aina, Abby, and me myself, Shamil. But before we do, I would like to say that the majority of a smartphone user use either Android or iOS. Both Android and iOS are the operating system for a smartphone and tablets. For Android, it is found in many smartphone brands like Samsung, Oppo, Xiaomi, and any other smartphone brands than iPhone, because iOS is exclusively used for Apple brands products like iPhone and MacBook. So now let's talk about the affordability of iOS and Android. For Android, there is a lot of different brands and range of price you can get, and of course for a higher price you may get a lot more advanced and greater features than a normal selling smartphone. But still, if you are a person who only use a smartphone for social purposes like texting, calling, and not a very photogenic person, then you should go for Android. As for iPhone, if a brand new model will cost around 2,000 ringgit to 5,000 ringgit, but there's still a buyer because of the offered service and features that attract user to use it. They say once you use an iPhone, you will never buy an Android for the rest of your life because of the differences of using it. Many Android phones are affordable and can be bought by middle class people and students. iPhones are expensive and not everyone can afford it, as the user are someone who seeks the elegance of using it, and people who prefer to do their works using iOS system. But still there is a way to afford an iPhone. If you feel like if you feel like it by using and buying a used iPhone, you can get a more less and lower price as it is a used item. Same goes for Android. You may get the lowest possible price for a second-hand used Android, and it is cheaper than a used iPhone. So, in my opinion, in case of affordability of smartphones, I think that Androids are a major concern for us to look at, as many people can afford it. Even though I am an iPhone user, I still sided with Android as it wins a lot of people's hearts in price and affordability. So how about you guys?
Okay, let me give my opinion first. So for me, personally, I choose iOS over Android because in aspect security, iOS is better than Android. For example, iOS need our Face ID for installing any application in our phone. Hence, it is more safety so that no one can install any application at our phone without our verification. Second, when we do the online banking by using iOS, it only need our Face ID to approve our bank transaction. So it is much easier than Android phone. So in this case, for me, iOS is much safer than Android. Furthermore, iOS can make an Apple Pay function, which is an online and digital debit card. Apple Pay is Apple's payment service, which enables making credit and debit card payment using our phone. Paying works the same way as contactless payment with a plastic card. By placing the phone by the card reader, the card is protected with Face ID, Touch ID, or the phone's passcode, which let you keep your payment information safe. Apple Pay also can be used to make purchases in apps, reserve a hotel room, shopping for clothes, or ordering a pizza couldn't be easier. Google Pay is not yet available in many countries, so users in need of a simple and easy mobile payment method should opt for the Apple iPhone. Last, I prefer iOS because the Apple iPhone is a good choice for children, especially if the entire family is using Apple devices and phones. Phone use is safe because parents can easily keep track of what their children are doing with their phones. In Apple's family sharing makes family life easier. Up to 6 family members can make, for example, shared music, film or app purchases and share photo albums. There is no risk of children downloading inappropriate or fake apps, as family sharing enables parental approval for their children's app. And when children start to go to school by themselves, for example, parents can keep track of the journey with the Find My iPhone feature. What about you, Amal? Do you prefer iOS or Android?
For me, I prefer using iPhone than Android because of my experience of using both of them. Now, I want to talk about the difference in speed between iPhone and Android. If you have both Apple iPhone and Android, then you might know that iPhone is faster than most of the Android phone, right? But why? Why Apple iPhone is faster than Android phone? First, I want to talk about the software optimization. Apple made its own iOS for the iPhone. So because of this, Apple can perfectly optimize the iOS with hardware, whereas other company make their hardware themselves and use Android OS made by Google. Second, it is about the processor. Apple made its own processor, which is Bionic chip, whereas other Android smartphone company use Snapdragon and MediaTek processor that is made by other company. But not all of the Android phone use Snapdragon and MediaTek because of the Android phone have 3 categories, which is high-end, mid-range and budget. For the mid-range and budget Android phone, it has a low specification such as weak processor and different screen size. Okay. Third, it is about the software OS update. Apple provide software update for 4 until 5 years, whereas Android phone get OS update for only 2 until 3 years. Okay. OS update come with a new features. Dia ada new features but fit security patch and many more solution. Last, Apple iPhone hardware is powerful and well optimized. So, the app developer can make a great app for iPhone, but Android is available in budget to high-end phone. An app developer can optimize Android app for a flagship phone only, but cannot do it for mid-range and budget phone because of weak processor and different screen size. Okay, now I want to discuss about the value of second-hand iPhone than Android. As I thought before, it is about the software update. Apple provides software update for 4 until 5 years, whereas the Android that only update their software for 2 until 3 years only. So user can interested with the software update and optimization of Apple iPhone than most of the Android, not include high-end Android such as Samsung, Ultra, and many more. Besides, for me, design for Apple iPhone is futuristic and follow the trend of the year, while Android phone is over designed and not realistic. For me, okay, last, in my opinion, iPhone is better than Android because I have been using Android and iPhone at the same time. As I talked before, and I saw the differences between them, such as lagging of the phone while playing game and many more. Okay, that's all from me. What about you, Abby?
For me, iPhone versus Android is the most intense arguments in the phone's world. So this is my explanation about this issue. My first point is we can see through camera quality. In my opinion, iPhone is more better than Android because Apple integrate hardware and software. It allows for efficient image processing, resulting including color accuracy, dynamic range, low light performance. It is because it always receives a regular software updates, including improvement to camera apps and new photo feature. However, Android also excel in camera quality because some models offering unique features such as larger sensor, advanced zoom capabilities, or specialized shooting modes. But for me, it's still not enough to compare with iPhone because the Android needs a long time to process to improve their quality camera. My second point is app quality and optimization. App Store preview process from iOS to ensure the apps meet quality standard before publish. The result with higher proportion, well designed, stable, and secure. While Google Play Store, it has less stringent apps preview policies. Apps Google implement the various measures to improve the security. For example, Play Protect, app certification requirement, and develop guidelines. So iOS may have reputation for offering more consistent and accurate apps experience. My last point is portable charger. Why am I choosing iPhone? Because nowadays the technology that the iPhone give and shown with us is they use portable charger, and it is easy for a user to use it because they don't need to bring the USB wire to everywhere. But for Android, there is still a certain Android phone that can use portable charger, but most of it still not use and use USB wires to, and it's kind of difficult to user to bring the wire USB to everywhere. So that's my opinion. What about you, Sunil?
Really, I think you have a great point. So we heard enough from each one of us, and majority of us pick iOS as the best operating system. So I think that we have the final answer for our discussion. Did you guys all agree that iOS are more better than Android? Right then, I think that's it. Thank you for cooperating in our discussion. Alright, have a good day.
Thank you.